Okay, now this time we're going to use the graphing calculator again to solve an equation. And the equation this time is x squared minus 4x equals minus x plus 1. Okay, now if we could try and do this algebraically, we could get move everything over to the left hand side and then use the quadratic formula that you learned in Algebra 1. But we're going to skip all of that and just use the calculator to do it. So if we do that, remember how we did. Okay, one side of the equation we're going to enter as y1, the other side of the equation we're going to enter as y2. So let's pull up our calculator. Okay, and go to y equals, and you'll notice that under y2 we have something that was left over from when we did this before. So just go down to y2 and press the clear button. That gets rid of it. Now if we go back up and start on y1. y1 is x squared minus 4x. So that's x, and to square it, you hit this x squared button here. So x squared minus 4x. Okay, that's the first side. The other side is negative x plus 1. Now it starts with a negative. So if one of the equations starts with a negative, that means we need to use this one down here. Okay, so it's going to be negative x plus 1. Okay. We use the regular minus sign unless we're starting off an equation. If we're starting off an equation with a negative sign, it has to be this one. Okay, so those are the two signs. And to graph it, just press zoom and 6. And what's different this time is that one of the lines is a parabola. And you should probably have guessed that it's a parabola because the x squared. So the bit y1, x squared minus 4x, y equals x squared minus 4x, that's a parabola because it's a quadratic graph. And that means that we're going to actually hit the graph in two places. We're going to hit it here. The lines are going to meet here, and they're also going to meet here. So we are having to get two solutions. Okay, so there are going to be two solutions. Now you can only get one at a time. So let's start by doing second calc. Okay, second calc. And again, remember, we want to find out where the curves meet, where the curve meets the line. So that means we're looking for intersect. And if we press enter 3 times, once, twice, and 3 times, we get our first answer. Now, if you can see, I'm not sure that you can see, but there is a cursor flashing here, close to the origin, just here. And it's telling us that the x value there is negative 0.30277756. Well, let's write down, let's say, the first 4 or 5 values there. So that means the first value, x, is going to be equal to negative 0.30277. So that was one of our values. But we know that it crosses, the two lines cross again over here. Okay? Two lines cross again over here. So we have to try and find that one. Now, how do we do it? Well, we start off the same way we did before. So second, calc, and 5. But we're now looking for this position over here. So we have to move over to there. And that means we're going to move cursor, which is flashing here. We want to move it to the right. Okay, so we just use this right button here, this right button, and the cursor will move towards the right. It will stay on one of the curves, but it will move towards the right. Now you bring it close to where you want the two lines to meet, or where you see the two lines meeting. You don't have to be exactly there, but as long as you're close to it. When you're close to it, and it's flashing like that, just press enter 3 times. And this time we're told that the x is 3.30277. X equals 3.30277. There are a few more digits after that. Okay, now we were also asked though to write our answer correct to 2 places of decimals. Okay, so if you look at this, we were asked to write your solutions correct to 2 places of decimals. So to do that, go to each of your answers and cut them off after the second place of decimals. Okay, so count back 2 places from the decimal point and then draw this line. 2 places from the decimal point and then draw this line. Okay, now There's only going to be 2 decimal places in our answer. What we have to do is look at this number here, this digit here. Okay, and in this case, the digit immediately behind the line. If it was 5 or greater, we would add 1 to the figure in front. So this would become negative 0.31, or this would become 3.31. That is, if the number immediately behind the line was 5 or greater. But in these cases, the number behind the line is 2, which is less than 5. So in other words, there is no change to the first digits, and we just write them as they are. So our final answer here in these cases will be x equals negative 0.30 and x equals 3.30. So we have 2 solutions because we had a quadratic equation. Quadratic equations often have 2 solutions, more often than not. Okay, so hopefully, again, you're able to look back at this whenever you need to, and maybe it helps you get some more problem solved.